It is Monday, and that means that we are going to cover all the MMO news that you missed last week. Here we go. Elder Scrolls Online is having a PvP event, White Strikes Mayhem, with a themed PvP bonus and new rewards. This is also happening right alongside their Golden Pursuits campaign, which is their featured Valentine's Day event. Full list of event information is linked in the description below, but it is certainly a great time to be a PvPer in ESO. The First Descendant team has really been on point about their content update and listening to the community's feedback, hearing that the lackluster content recently with their seasons has not been well received. They have made their next content release to be in May, with their season 3 then beginning in summer of 2025. Beyond the Void looks to add new story content along with a new Descendant and a new Ultimate Descendant. Overall, this game, it being a FPS style MMO, I haven't really been that interested into it, and with mixed reviews, it really hasn't been that exciting for me to be even something to get into, but if it is something that you enjoy, there you go. The Quinfall has made news again as they are looking to include their 2025 roadmap that will unfortunately not include any timetables for any of the items listed here, but it does have quite a few revamps already for a game that only just released into early access. Funny enough, there is one bit in the role-playing and social system update where they're going to implement a marriage system. I thought that was funny. This is definitely an MMO that I would say let's keep watching and let's see how it develops over time, because I still feel like this bird is a little undercooked. Once Human, which I kind of consider an MMO, I mean, it is multiplayer and it does have MMO elements, so sure, why not? Only thing is that it's also a survival crafting game as well. Anyway, Once Human is now getting a musical update to go alongside with their Lunar New Year event. The big music item, a rip-slamming guitar. Yes, you can shred some metal wherever you are, now with their in-game music system. I mean, it's pretty interesting in my mind for MMOs to add this element, because let's be serious, part of being in an MMO world is having like kind of normal human activities. As mentioned last week, Throne and Liberty has begun its server consolidation, making servers feel more full by combining the smaller ones into a larger one. Riders of Icarus is officially shutting down servers on May 15th in an announcement made to MMO Fallout. This coming 1 year after the game shut down its Southeast Asia server and tried to garner more interest in North America, but ultimately failed. SteamDB reports that this MMO has had a significant drop shortly after its launch in 2016, only to peter off to about 100 players per day for the past few months. The dev team announced that they have a special token of appreciation with events leading up to the shutdown. Guild Wars 2 has implemented their game update for February 11th, and there's lots of balancing occurring throughout, which again, you could see in the link below. More excitingly, they have announced the new date for their next major content patch, Forge Anthir Wilds expansion. That will come on March 11th, with more information regarding it coming soon. That is especially exciting for the Guild Wars 2 community, just because the long windows of content updates between each individual patch, it becomes a huge waiting game. New World has announced some major server merges, as well as free fast transfers during the week of February 18th to the 25th. And if you have already paid for a server transfer within the past 2 weeks to one of the servers that is now marked for merging, you will also receive a refund. New World is still hung around with about 10 to 20,000 daily logins, so that's pretty good. That's good to know. World of Warcraft has a bit of somber news, as Sandra Powers, the creator of the popular WoW pet site Petopia and creator of Warcraft Mounts, has sadly passed away from cancer. As a hunter main for the longest time in WoW, I use Petopia frequently, and I'm sad to see this happen. Lord of the Rings Online is planning on updating all of their core worlds with 64-bit processing, which should massively improve gameplay and user experience for many players who were already previously plagued with lagging, rebounding, and other server-wide problems. Diablo 4, which I am somewhat considering an MMORPG, but still not, I don't know, I'm including this just because I thought it was interesting, has announced that they aren't even aiming for it to be in 2025, aiming for an early 2026 launch, which I don't know necessarily what many D4 players were hoping for at this point, and with their last expansion, Vessels of Hatred, not providing a large amount of content, it could leave fans underwhelmed. EverQuest 2 just released their Deserts of Flame expansion tied to their Anashti Soul server, which has been a great update for many of those players. However, they did add quite a bit for the other players on the main servers. The main server's most recent expansion, Scars of Destruction, has opened up 8 new raids this week, which is an absolutely crazy amount of content for a game this old, released in 2004. And that basically covers all the major MMO news that happened in the last week. If you want to keep up to date, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you missed last week's update, you can click this video here to see them. Otherwise, stay caffeinated, folks.